Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to talk about the stakes. I think it's important to remind people of the stakes every once in a while. We get inundated with so much news and so much stuff to be concerned about, new things every day, that we often forget what we're fighting for. We just remember what we're fighting against. And I think it might be time to remind people of that. So let's take stock. What do we have? We've got this person who has a history of minimizing civil rights, a history of doing nothing to address income inequality, a history of advancing the surveillance state and the police state, a history of scapegoating minorities. That New York billionaire is a problem. Now the question is, do you know who I'm talking about? Or is it a little confusing? Is it muddled? Am I talking about Trump or am I talking about Bloomberg? And the fact that based on that description, you can't tell, that's an issue. Because we've become so concerned with Trump out, with that short-term goal, we've personified what we're fighting against. And that's a danger. Because then it becomes real easy to end up supporting the exact same thing. We have to remember things in the affirmative, what we're fighting for. Now the question is, what do we do? What do we do from here? There are some people who say we have to start opposing Bloomberg and get him out of the primaries right now. It's imperative, and I understand that logic. I'm going to present an alternate strategy. Let's say you're in the military and you are on an advanced modern battlefield. You have multiple opposition groups. Multiple groups you are pitted against. You walk over a ridge and you see opposition group A over here with 10 people and opposition group B over here with 5 people, and they are going at it. What do you do? Do you try to engage them all, or do you wait? Yeah, they're all your opposition, but right now they're fighting each other. One of two things will happen. Either the larger force will take out the smaller force, or the smaller force will pull off a miracle victory. Either way, at the end of it, doesn't matter who wins, they'll be weakened and be easier to go after. I would suggest that we all sit back and enjoy Sunday, the Battle of the Billionaires. And then, if Trump doesn't do it, Bloomberg gets taken out in the primaries. The concern with that is that Bloomberg wins. And it's possible. It's possible. You know, in a recent video when I was talking about the campaign promise that matters, I said a thinking man. And there were a couple of people that were like, you always use gender neutral terms. I can't believe you did that. Women can be dictators too. And that's true. They can. But I wasn't speaking in general terms. I had somebody specific in mind. Bloomberg is that thinking man. He's smarter. He is smarter. He knows not to say the quiet part out loud. He's a little more polished. In a lot of ways, that makes him more dangerous. But here's the question, and the important one, really. If Bloomberg can win the Democratic nomination with that history, what does that say? It says it's already lost. It says it doesn't matter because it's inevitable. We will be headed to fascism, or at the very least a formalized corporate oligarchy, rather than the ad hoc one we have today. If Bloomberg can win the Democratic Party's nomination, there is no opposition party. Because the voters can't see through the propaganda. They can't focus on principle rather than personality. This is the danger of vote blue no matter who. If people believe that, all it takes is for a bad actor to get somebody in the party to get them the nomination. So the important thing to me would be to remember that. But long-term strategy, I would suggest we allow Bloomberg to pursue his old man hobby of running for president and to spend millions dragging Trump and weakening the larger opposition force. And then deal with Bloomberg in the primaries. We have to remember what we're fighting for. We have to think of things in the affirmative. If we personify the evil that exists in one person, we become very easy to manipulate. Principle over personality. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.